A Midsummer Night's Dream is a comedy full of twists and turns. It was written in 1590 through 1596 by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare has written 37 plays and over 165 sonnets. He has never published any of his plays. The play A Midsummer Night's Dream is taking place based around the Duke of Athens, Theseus, and his bride-to-be, Hippolyta. Two other main plots of the play A Midsummer Night's Dream are going to be around 4 young lovers and a group of 6 amateur actors. In the beginning of the play A Midsummer Night's Dream, Lysander and Demetrius are fighting over Hermia. Hermia's father has already promised her to Demetrius. However, Hermia is already in love with Lysander. Hermia and Lysander confide in Helena that they are running away to get married. Hermia is, however, in love with Demetrius. In another part of Athens, there are a group of the 6 young actors who are going to be Bottom the Weaver, Snout, Flute, Starveling, Snug, and Quince. They are preparing to perform the play Priamus and Thespe at the Duke's upcoming wedding, which is what leads them to the forest at the same time as the young lovers. Though the actors are going there to rehearse, and Hermia and Lysander are going to run away, Helena told Demetrius about what Hermia and Lysander were planning on doing, so Demetrius decides to follow them into the forest, and Helena is following him. Within the forest lives the fairies. King Oberon is king of the fairies, and Queen Helmia is the queen of the fairies, and also is the king's servant Puck and all the queen's maidens. The queen's maidens are going to be Keys Blossom, Cobweb, Moth, and Mustard Seed. The king and queen of the fairies are in a dispute over a boy who the queen has adopted, so King Oberon instructs Puck to find a magical flower. The use of the flower, when placed over one's eyelids of its sleeping victim, will cause them to fall in love with the first being they see when they open their eyes. When Puck arrives with the flower, Oberon drops juices from the flower on Helminia's, the queen of the fairies, eyelids while she sleeps. Immediately after, Oberon overheard Demetrius claiming his dislike of Helena. Oberon, taking pity on Helena, instructs Puck to place the same drops upon Demetrius's eyelids. However, Puck makes a mistake and places them over Lysander's eyelids instead. Helena stumbles over Lysander in the forest, and when he awakes, discovers he's now in love with Helena. In another part of the forest, Puck comes across the actors rehearsing their play. Puck then casts a spell on the group's lead actor, Bottom the Weaver. The spell he cast will give Bottom the Weaver the head of a donkey. And when the queen awakes, the first person she sees will be Bottom the Weaver with the head of a donkey. Oberon enjoys the prank being played on the queen, but is still annoyed at Puck for mistaking Lysander for Demetrius, placing the drops on both Lysander and Demetrius' eyes, and places the young lovers to where Helena will be the first person Demetrius sees, and Hermia will be the first person Lysander sees. King Oberon will also give the Queen of Fairies an antidote for what happened, for the spell he put on her, and make it seem like it was all a dream, and puts a spell over Bottom the Weaver to make him forget the events of the night. upon waking. In the morning, everything is all right with the young lovers. Lysander loves Hermia and Demetrius loves Helena, and the only way they can make sense of what happened is to think it a dream. In the end, Bottom the Weaver and the rest of the actors perform Pyramus and Thespis at the Duke's wedding, which ends up being a triple wedding with the Duke and his bride Hippolyta, Hermia and Lysander, and Helena and Demetrius. As the play comes to an end, the fairies perform blessings and Puck delivers a tender speech. Puck ends the play with this famous monologue. If we shadows have offended, think but this in all is mended, that you have put slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentlest do not reprehend, if you pardon we will mend. And as I am a honest Puck, if we have earned luck, now to 'scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long else. The Puck a liar, call so good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we're to be friends, and Robin will restore amends.